Hi everyone, this is Sandy Creating the Heart, and today I thought I would make a card making video with a little bit of a Copic tutorial on how to color these really cute little penguins. So I saw this card on the Sunny Studio blog, I don't know how long ago, and I just wanted to have these penguins so bad based on that one card. And so I did buy it. I think I bought it from the Not Too Shabby shop actually. And I also got this stamp set which I'm using, which is called, it's called Flower Bouquet or Heart Bouquet. Heart Bouquet, and then the Passionate Penguins is what I'm using today. The other items that I'll be using for this card include this stencil. So at first I thought I didn't have this stencil, and I looked around, and I do have this, it's like a little mini stamp set, like one of these little minis. That's a Santa flying over treetops, and I have trees that look like these, only they're small. But then I found that I have the stencil, so there you go. Let's see. I may or may not use these gems. I have some heart stickers that I found in my stash. And then I've got my markers. This is Ultra Nudes Crisp dye ink. I normally use Memento Tuxedo Black, but I had gotten this in an Ultra Nude Retreat kit, and it's been working pretty well. So what the heck. Okay, so let's see here. The other thing that I need is some, let's see, got some paper here just so that I don't put ink all over here. Other things I'm using is I've used the sponge sugar distress oxide, as well as Keach Flamingo, which is new. And then let me grab a brush and we'll get started with the Copic tutorial. Okay. All right, so I stamped my penguins. Let me get these out of the way here. I stamped my penguins in black, and you just want to do an ink that's not going to bleed. That's really important. So let me show you the colors that I'm using for these two penguins. I'll color two of them. So let's see. I am using the N. I think the C's would work well too. I think the W's will not because they're kind of brown toned. I don't really use those ones as much, but you can use any, like you want to have a couple spaces between your color numbers. So because you want to have some highlights and lowlights and things like that. So I'm using N9, N5, N3, N1, N0. I'm using R32 and R30. I'm also using a YR, but I don't think I pulled it. I think it's YR. I forget which one it is. Oh, here they are right here. I just didn't grab them. Well, I'll just grab this one because you can just use this YR12, and YR14. Okay, so those are the colors that I'm using. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and do my cheeks. I'm going to do the white areas first, and then hopefully you guys can see because, you know, my camera is set up the way that it is. So for the cheeks, I'm using R32, and so I'm just going to put a little dot like that. And then I'm going to use the R30 and just kind of go over it a little bit. So you have little cheeks. And then I'll do the beak, YR14. So this is really tiny. So I'm just going to do it at the bridge of, like the very top of the beak, like what would be a bridge of a nose. And then just the space that's like towards the body. So the very part of the feet that are, and then this one, I'm just going to do the side that's closest to the body. And then I'm going to take my YR12 and I'm just going to blend that out. super, super tiny. So let's see if I can get this a little closer so you guys can see a little bit more here. Okay, so it's a little bit tighter there. Okay, so now we're going to do the rest of the body, and I'm going to need my 3 lightest colors that I have here, which is N3, N1, and N0. So I'm going to start with N3. And so you want to leave, you know, mostly white. But this is going to help make the black, oops, I forgot, YR12 on the beak. There you go. So I'm just going to outline a little bit around the face, a little bit around the body, and a little bit around, that's actually the black part of the body. Oops, no worries on that. Okay, a little bit of the cheeks. And okay, so let me show you here. So I've got a little bit around the face, a little bit around the arms, and a little bit around the eyes, just a little bit there. And then I'm going to go to my next color, which is my N1. And I'm just going to go over and kind of pull the color a little bit out, just a bit. Now remember, this is the white part, so we don't really want, we actually don't need the arms. So let's see here. I think I'm just nervous because I've never really colored on camera before. So you just kind of want to pull that color out just a tad. Okay, so now we're going to go to the N0, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And you want to just pull that out just a little bit more and kind of blend it out. And again, this is the white part, so we want to, you know, definitely have white spots there, but it will make the black part kind of pop a little bit. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And then to do the body part, we're going to need N9, N5, and N3 is what I'm using, but you could use whatever you want. You want a dark, kind of in the middle, and then a lighter. So you're just going to find some spots where you would imagine that it would be darker. And so, and I'm just gonna, and these spots are so tiny, so it definitely just needs a little bit of a color. So you can see that I just put that darker color on just a little bit of the penguin body. And then I'm going to go to my next color, which is N5. And I'm just going to pull that color out and kind of go over it, kind of blend it out. And I want to make sure that I leave some spots for my lightest color, which is going to give me kind of that highlight look. And all right, so Then I'm going to use my lightest color, and I'm just going to finish it off and make sure that everything is blended pretty well. And I'll use these little guys on a different project. And there we go. Here they are all colored. And those are my penguins. So super easy, really cute. Okay, so now we're going to get to our card. And this is going to be a mini slimline. So the mini slimline is 3.5 by 6. So I cut a piece of cardstock at 7 by 6 and then scored the 7 side at 3.5 inches. And I got this. And then I made myself a card base or a card mat, which is at 3.5 by 6. And I went ahead and I did some ink over it with the spun sugar. And now I also cut 2 pieces of hills. These hills are, God, I think they're CC Designs. I've had them forever. I think they came with some other hillside type dies, but everybody sells them. I think I even have another one from MFT. So, you know, they're all over the place. So they're going to fit, it's going to fit down here. So what I'm going to do though right now is I'm going to use this stencil, which I have yet to use. So this is going to be fun. This is the Forest Trees stencil. And it comes in these different heights so that when you, when you do it, it's, let's see, I think I want it like this. Okay, so it's going to be an experiment. Let's see how we do. Let's see, I'm going to do it straight like this, and then I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to have to hold it down because I don't think I brought anything to hold this down. Okay, so now I'm going to use this is Picket Fences Amazing Brushes. So let's see here. Get it down a little bit so you can see the color a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to hold this down, and then I'm just going to ink some color with this Flamingo quiche. I don't know how to say it. And there we go. So there's that. And then I kind of want them to be sort of staggered. So let's do it like in between, I guess. Let's see here. Okay, so we'll see how this looks. And so I really liked the look of this, all in pink. It just was so pretty. And it just reminds me that everything doesn't have to be like the actual color it is in the world. It could be, whatever color we want it to be. This up a little here. And let's do this. I really like this stencil, actually. All right, and let's do one right here. Okay, and we'll do this one, and then we'll, oops. Okay, so use a little bit of the sponge sugar. Kind of blend it out a little bit. Okay, so no biggie, because I'm going to be stamping on top of this anyway. So let's do this and this and get some color off of there. Okay, so now I've got my little penguins, and this little penguin, I'm actually going to be using him to be holding some balloons. So I'm actually going to pull out my Misty, and somewhere I have bought some new paper for this Misty because it needs it. So okay, so kind of put it together here, as I want my penguin to be like that. Okay, so then I want my stamp. So this is the stamp we're using, which is this heart bouquet. And so I already cut and stamped, colored, and die cut the heart bouquet part, but this part, the strings, don't cut. So you have to go ahead and stamp that. So for my balloons, I used R39, R29, and R35 is what I used for the balloons. Okay, so now I'm going to piece together where I want. So I think it'll be like that. Okay, so now I only really want to stamp the string part. And a little bit here. Okay, so there is my there's put it away. Okay. Now we're ready to put our card together, and let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to put this on the card base, and I'm actually going to use, for this part, I'm going to use my ATG gun. I'm going to do it off camera because it's just kind of like big. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place this on here the right way. There's that. And then I'm going to place my hills. And my ATG, I'm going to do a hill here. And then I'm going to do another hill. That. And let's see here. I'm going to, my balloons are going to fit right on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put my balloons on there. And kind of, okay, so now I've got some pop dots. Not pop dots, they're like foam squares. So I think I'm going to have him like that. So I'm going to do, so I did stamp and color a bunch of these little penguins, and so I'm going to decide how I'm going to, what I'm going to do with them, what kind of cards I'm going to make with them. So like that. And let's do this one. And almost forgot I need to do the sentiment. So I think I'm going to do that before I do too much else. So the sentiment, I want to do it before I pop up these little guys, is I'm actually going to do it right. And the sentiment I'm going to do, let's see, you're the coolest. I love chilling with you. How about you're the coolest? I'll just do you're the coolest. All right, so I'm going to do, let's see, you're the coolest. All right, you're the coolest is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to use this black ink. All right, looks good. All right, I don't know what I would do without my Misty. So, you're the coolest. And now let's get the rest of these guys on there. Let's see. Put him there. And put him there. And then let's see, what else do we have here to put? I've got a couple of these hearts. This is from Teresa Collins. It just tells you how old this is. So I put a couple little hearts. Okay, there's that. And then I think I'm going to do a couple of gems, just a couple. I don't have my little tool. That's okay. I think I want a little bit smaller one. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll do those two big ones. Okay. And do one up here, and I do one right there. Okay, so this is, these gems I gotten from, and I actually have one of those gem picker-upper thingies, but I left it on my other desk. It's okay. I'm using big ones. Okay, so here we go. I love how it came out. I think I've got my white gel pen. So I'm just going to do a little bit of accenting. Okay, we are done. All right, here is my really cute little card. You can see how easy it was to put together. Just, I mean, when I'm sitting at my desk is a little faster, but I had to remember to bring everything with me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the short tutorial on how to color penguins. Thank you so much for watching. This is Cindy, Praying with the Heart.